I'll be honest with you guys. This is probably not my favorite pull. And I know some people might be thinking, wow, the dress looks insane. It's a little short for my liking, but anyway, this is not the whole point of the video. Let's use her as my persona for today. Today's video is going to be about being deserving of love. And it's a very deep one. So I thought that when I came back, I was actually coming back from a place of great harmony and solidarity. And I was thinking, why don't I make a video that basically covers the experiences I had and something to help you guys? I was thinking if I made a video just about my pilgrimage, it would be a little bit personal. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I want something to help you guys as well. But anyway, yeah, the dress is a tad bit short for my liking, but let's just move on. And I've been away from this game for too long. So let's identify why someone would feel like they don't deserve love or they feel like it's something that they cannot quote unquote have. A lot of the times, this is from childhood experiences or traumas, and these shape how we have always been used to things. And because our mind or body, rather, gets used to whatever we are being, kind of pulled into, our mind assumes it as normal. So let's say that someone grew up in an abusive household. May God protect and bless those people. Um, they are used to the pain from that childhood, so they grow up feeling like this is normal, this is love, and that doesn't necessarily make it true, but it does not invalidate what they're going through either. Also, I came back and there are so many limited things, but I'm so broke. Like, what? But yeah, you guys have to know that life is all about discovery, you know? And I am not a fan of staying where I am, you know? If I go through something painful in life, etc., I do not want to just tell myself, this is it. This is what I'm always going to be adjusted to. And let me tell you, this was not an overnight thing. You have to understand that as you keep progressing through life, you are going to need to see certain patterns for yourself. You are the one who has to tell yourself, I'm deserving of love. But it doesn't happen overnight. At first, you might even hate how it sounds on your tongue. I know I did. So, what can we do to actually help ourselves when we feel this way? It all comes down to a lot of factors, and one of them is being with the wrong people. When you're in my gosh, I can't even speak. When you are in an environment like that, your mind is obviously going to think about what those people are thinking. What are those people going to be doing right now? What are they going to do after you leave? You know, and when you're with the wrong people, oh crap, there's a beast right there, it affects everything. And I always mention this in my videos because people are detrimental to how we become as people, you know. And this beast is going to eat me. So I better run away. What are we supposed to do when we feel like this? What are we supposed to do when we feel like this is what I'm used to? This is exactly what I'm enduring my whole life. Is that really what it has to come down to? It affects everything. If you feel terrible about yourself, you're not going to actually let people into your life and you're going to cause unhappiness for yourself. The relationship that you've always wanted, the friendship you've always wanted, the connections you wanted to build, the job you want to have, it all comes from connection, you know? And as someone who has social anxiety and all of these things combined, you know, I used to think, oh my gosh, I can't speak to a human being. But when I was working, I was a comic artist for anyone who wanted to know. Um, I had to speak to people. I had to understand what my clients wanted. And same with taking commissions. I had to understand just from talking to them. Sometimes it had to be verbally as well, because with text, not everyone understands the assignment. And that's okay. People are like that. And people have every right to have something that works for them. We're all discovering things at the end of the day. So, yeah. And I'm going back to my pilgrimage because I wanted to mention this in a separate video, but then I was thinking it goes hand in hand with whatever I'm about to say. And it inspired the title for this video, or rather, what this video is about. So, one of my viewers mentioned I should make a video about pilgrimage, and then I was thinking I didn't want to disrespect it. So, this is what I have, and thankfully, it's not disrespecting it. So while I'm not going to show any pictures or anything because it's all worship, there are pictures online, of course, if you look up the Kaaba, and if you look at mosques, etc. I showed you guys in posts anyway, I think, yeah. I learned that there are people there who really, really care about me. And it may be because they're God fearing, that they want a reward with Him, or it may be that we're in a sacred place and people would be watching, or they want to appear a certain way, not in a way to be fake. Please don't please don't misunderstand me. I can't speak. I've been away from this for way too long. But people have a really nice way of doing things. Sometimes they would give us dates, the fruit, by the way, and sometimes they would send peace upon us. You know, a common our greeting in our religion is assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you. So we may not understand the value of it when we actually say it in English as much, but when I think of it in Arabic and when I do say wa alaikum salam, which is the response that you give when someone gives a salam or a peace to you or a blessing, you understand this person wants peace for you. It's not just hi, hello. I wish peace upon you. And if you really think about the weight of those words, it's so beautiful. And the amount of times people I don't even know wished peace upon me, it was actually so incredible. And I'm not saying it's the first time someone's greeted me like that, by the way. But when you are in a sacred place, especially in Saudi Arabia, when you go to places like Medina or Mecca, um, those places have people who are just sweethearts. And I felt this more in Medina, but both places are so beautiful. And I have to say that I was just in awe of how kind people can be. And this wasn't the first time I went to Medina and Mecca, Alhamdulillah, which means thank you. Thank Allah, sorry. Who is our God. And I don't want to go too off topic with religion because I know some of you guys are not religious and I respect that. But my point is that I did not do anything to deserve that kindness. And some people would speak to me like I've known them for like 10 years. It's crazy. I remember speaking to some people and they were telling me about making dua or supplication or a friend of theirs who is very close to them who's not feeling very well. And when we ask someone to pray for us, it's such a big thing. When someone tells me they'll pray for me, that matters to me more than anything else because it shows that person takes their time out of their day to actually wish well upon me. And that's pretty incredible. And I didn't do anything to speak to these people. Like, I didn't do anything to attract these people. I mean, I just sat there to pray in congregation because there was a gathering. So when the azan, the prayer to call up, the oh my god, the call to prayer would be, unleashed. I'm sorry, I can't speak. Ever since I came back, my throat has been dry, my words have been crazy. But yeah, when it was called, everyone would pray in congregation. But before that, some people would sit down next to me because people try to fill up spaces. And I would be asked how I am, where I've come from. And there's so many people around the world who came, honestly. And it's just so beautiful because we all want a reward. We all want to do something, like to, what's the word? We all want to do something for the sake of someone. We all want to either pray for someone to get better or for ourselves, or, that's the reason why we're here. But I did nothing to get the respect and kindness from these people. And some of them gave me dates. I want to tell you guys a really, really heartwarming story once. So I was at my hotel, I had breakfast, and I haven't gone with I haven't eaten for around 7 hours. We were just walking and walking and walking around I believe it was Mecca, yeah. So that was where the Kaaba was at. It's Masjid al Haram. So that's the name of the mosque. I'm sorry for some of my viewers. I know it sounds like I'm speaking to my religious audience, but I'm trying to tie both worlds together. I was so hungry. I remember I was so hungry. We were just walking around because when you get food to go to the mosque and back, it takes around 1.5 to 2 hours. and we were just walking around the mosque, so we didn't even go around to get food. I was so hungry. And it wasn't like I was gonna keel over or anything, because thank God I've been blessed with lots of food and nourishment that I'm able to be alive and healthy, even to make this video. But suddenly we were at a gate. We sat down on the carpet. There was no space for the mosque because they got filled up very quickly. So we just sat down on a green carpet, which was outside a gate, and we were at the front, and someone was distributing dates. And let me tell you, those were delicious dates. And I've never felt so heard by God in my life. You know, I felt heard by him so many times. I apologize, but that time it felt abundant. It felt like manifested. It felt like whoa, because I was just telling my mom. She was right next to me. I'm so hungry. I want to eat something. And then she was like, God has heard us. And it's true. He actually heard us, and he always listens. We have that faith about him. So yeah, that is something that was really, really, um, really endearing for me. And it's one of the reasons why, of many, why I'm religious. But anyway, going back to the general theme of this, you don't need someone to, what's the word? You don't need to be extra special for someone. I was just minding my own business, hoping to pray, hoping to do my own stuff. And let me tell you, it is common for people at the mosque to approach you, but there were times that not anyone, what's the word? No one approached me. And it wasn't out of spite or anything. It was just, people are here to pray. People are here for their own business. But for people to take their time to just ask me if I'm okay, to make prayers for them and telling me that they'll pray for me, it was so, so sweet. Honestly, there's just so many beautiful. It just, what's the word? It gives, oh my God, I can't speak today. Ah, flower, please. Yikes. Yeah. There's just so much hope in humanity after an experience like that, because I was just thinking, wow, people really can be kind. People can be, it felt like the fairy tales. It felt like something you'd see outside this kind of world, transcendent, because I didn't do anything. I'm going to keep saying this because it's true. They just approached me. They just spoke to me. And yeah, if I sound like I'm a very lonely person, kind of true. But it's just something that I've wanted to mention. You don't need to be special. You don't need to do anything dramatic. You could just mind your own business and the right people will find you. Some people told me I'm so quiet, and some people told me I'm so social. And it's so weird because I was thinking, was I quiet my whole life? And then some people tell me, oh wow, you're so energetic. Like, me? Energetic? And maybe on videos as well, because I remember when I first filmed for this channel, I was a nervous wreck, but it became so much easier because it felt like I was getting to know you guys. And it's just so sweet. Anyway, enjoy me defeating some Esselings. Hopefully I don't get destroyed myself. Uh, I hope I'm not speaking too off topic. I really love my religion. I really, really do. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm forcing anything. While it is encouraged to give da'wah or invitation to my religion, I'm not forcing anything, and I'm deeply passionate about it. I was actually thinking if I should make another channel just simply talking about the religious aspects of stuff, kind of like this video or these videos, but But anyway, I decided to do this video because it just felt right, I guess. I know I was stuttering a lot. Honestly, I'm leaving it in because I'm unfiltered with you guys, and I'll try my best to just be myself, and I will try my best to try to increase retention as well, because that's something I have to do because I'm such a yapper. I love to yap, and I'm sorry I don't go right to the point sometimes. But yeah, I've got a Hardtopia video coming up. I'm excited for that, so I'll see you guys soon.